is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and it is Monday. So on Mondays for Off the Board, I am using mood boards. So I have that fun citrus color mood board up there. So I am really going to try to embrace the pink, oranges, and yellows. So I have this, I think it's a pink fresh paper, and I am just going to cut the yellow to pink section off. Now, I am also playing along with a Paper Issues challenge, and it is called Ask Directions. And they basically give you a recipe, including the size papers that you cut. So this is super fun. I've never done a challenge like this. And so I really tried to embrace it, and I love how it turned out. So basically you have two 4x6 pieces of paper, one 2x12 piece of paper, one 6x12 piece of paper, one 1x9 12 piece of paper, 3 stars, and 6 pieces of ephemera and stitching. Oh, I didn't do the stitching. Okay, I guess I will have to I'll have to take that to my sewing machine. Oh goodness. That's what I get. Okay, so what I am starting with is just cutting the pieces of paper. So my stripe paper is my 6x12. My 4x6 pieces of paper are from the Wonders collection, and I'm going to map my photos in those. And then my 2x12 piece of paper is going to be that camera piece, and then the 1x9 is that cute little pink floral. So I'm going to start by distressing all of the edges. And I think I forgot to do this yellow edge. Oh well, that's okay. So I'm going to distress all the edges with my little distressor from Close to My Heart. And then I am going to trim down my photos. So because we can only use two 4x6 pieces of paper, I'm going to use those to map my two 4x6 photos. So I have to trim them down just a smidge, maybe a 1/4 of an inch. And so here I was like, oh wait, yeah, you can't. I was like, oh, it's like 4, or what did I cut it down to? 3 1/4. And then I was like, oh, 3 1/4. I was like, oh, wait a minute. That's not how that works. So I just used the extra little strip of paper that I have to kind of eye it, and that seems to work. So I'm going to glue those to my 4x6 pieces of paper. And it's like kind of the perfect mat. I don't think I get them on completely straight, but you know, it's okay. They are pictures of us at Whataburger. So when we went to Texas for spring break, we had contemplated, we had a day that we weren't sure what we were going to do. So we were in San Antonio, and we thought, well, let's drive down to Corpus Christi. That's where my husband had gone to school, and they have the original Whataburger there. And my kids had never had a Whataburger. And if you grew up in Prescott in the 90s, Whataburger was the place to hang out. So it's just up from downtown. It was open 24 hours a day. Like, we ate there all the time. And anytime we had any dental work, we always got milkshakes from Whataburger, and they were the best. They were super thick. Like, you had to, like, to suck on them was like, it took a lot. But when you just had like dental work done, it worked out better because it wasn't necessarily always drooling down your face. Probably not the best thing to give your kids after they have like a filling. Here's a big milkshake, but that's what we did. So so we thought it would be fun to do that, and then we opted not to. I don't think the weather was going to be right or something. We opted not to go, but when one day, I think this is the day we were going up to Waco, and everywhere we went, there's like tons and tons of Whataburgers there. So we would see them all the time. So we decided to stop and actually eat at one. The kids weren't super impressed. Honestly, they probably prefer In-N-Out. But they also had a Dr. Pepper milkshake. And I was like, or maybe it was yeah. I was like, oh, I need to try that. Disgusting. Don't do it. Like, if you have a choice, don't do it. And maybe he didn't make it right. Like, I put my straw in and sucked it up, and it was literally just the syrup from Dr. Pepper. It was so gross. But anyway, it's kind of a fun story, the whole like Whataburger story. So I decided to document. I have two pictures. One is Julianne taking a bite. One is Lucas taking a bite. So of their Whataburgers. We always called it Waterburger, even though it's what a burger, but you know, it is what it is. So I'm going to take a piece of white cardstock and I am going to add some distress ink. So this one is in fossilized amber and the other one is, the pink is in spun sugar. So it's not super noticeable, the spun sugar, because it's super, super light, but that's okay. So obviously I didn't let it dry because you can see the wetness soaking through, but that's okay. I'm going to cover it up with my pictures and that type of thing. So I just did the smushing technique and then added some splatters with a paintbrush. And I'm going to, I guess you would call it like a tea design. Not like tea like drinking tea, because I like that too, but like the letter T. So I have my main strip on the back and then my little strips in the middle, and then I'm going to put my photos on top of that. So I'm going to grab my ephemera pack from Buenos Dias, and that is what I am going to use to embellish this. So I pull out 2 frames and put one on each of my kids. And then I'm going to use a tag, and I'm going to start my title with that ephemera piece that says Incredible Moments. Not that this was like crazy incredible, but you know, it's fun story and it's going to be an incredible moment. I'm sure later on they'll be like, you're crazy. So I am pulling out 6 pieces of ephemera. This was a little hard for me because I'm definitely a more is more. So I have 2 frames, I have a tag, I have 2 florals, and then that Incredible Moments die cut. So I have my 6 pieces of ephemera. And then I knitted my 3 stars. So from Spiegelmom Scraps, I have the silver lining sequins, and they have little silver stars in them. So I literally only pull out 3 of them. I don't know that I've ever just put 3 sequins on a layout ever, but this one has it and it totally works. So I'm going to do 2 down at the bottom and 1 at the top. I am going to pop up just that title piece that says Incredible Moments. Everything else is fairly flat. And then I'm going to add, oh, I'm not going to add anything, right? Because like at this point, I think I'm done. So I just need to glue everything down. I am going to add a little bit to my title. So my title is going to say Incredible Moments at Whataburger. And I do add the at Whataburger off screen, and those are just thickers from my stash. And I guess I'm gonna need to go back and add some stitching, so I will figure that out, and then I will post some, I'll post the pictures with the stitching in the Paper Issues Facebook group. So make sure you head over there and play along. And then if you need anything from the shop, you can use my code Crystal, and that will give you 20% off of anything in the shop. So there is my layout. I will add the stitching. Remember to wear your crown, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.